Yo, what's up guys? Today's video, I'm going to be showing and showcasing a brand new FiveM menu called Surex. Honestly, this is one of the best legit cheats I ever used, to be honest. And if you want to go grab this for yourself, the link will be in the description, and enjoy the video. All right, once you're loading the FiveM, you want to click right shift on your keyboard to open the menu. Once you're in the menu, we have our first tab, which is our aimbot tab. Also, when you load into a server, it will automatically turn on ESP. So if you enable this and change the keybind, I recommend putting like the mouse M2, which is right click. As you see, aimbot literally automatically locks on. It's so good. It's perfect, to be honest. It's really perfect, actually. And then we have our target type. We can target NPCs or target players. It depends on what you wanted to do. You can target dead people if you wanted to. There's nobody dead around us, but if there was somebody dead, you can target dead people. Then we have our bone. We can change it to the right calf, our right hand, our neck, our spine. So if I change it to neck, it'll aim it directly at his neck. As you see, it's not aiming at his head, but it's like directly at his neck. Then we have our FOV, draw circle. So if we turn this on, this activates our FOV. If you're raging, I recommend just turn this all the way up to the max and like just locking onto anybody. But if you want to be legit with it, I recommend putting it like this. Like when you're like 1v1 or something, it'll look more legit and turn on the smoothing and stuff. Then we have our invisible check. We have our targeting mode. We could change it to our crosshair, nearest, balance, slow, screen, world, sticky. Then we have our smoothing in. We can change it, make it look more legit and stuff. Then we have our silent aim. Same thing for like aimbot, draw FOV, miss chance. Turn that off. Then we have our magic bullet. If you know what magic bullet is, where you basically aim and then the bullet like automatically shoots at them if they're in the FOV. And then we have our trigger bot. So if you're cheating and stuff, I'm pretty sure if you just aim at somebody, it'll shoot for you. But I don't have a key behind it. Then we have our delay settings for trigger bot. Then we have our weapon tab. We can remove recoil. We can remove our spread. We can do explosive ammo. We can do infinite ammo. We can do no reload. Then we have our player tab. We can give ourselves god mode. We can give ourselves semi-god mode. Give ourselves infinite combat roll, which I love this. I used to use this on GTA Online. This is fire. And then we have our super jump. Damn, bro. Our super jump, we can jump like Superman and shit. Holy, that shit's fire. And then we have our spin bot. I'm pretty sure on other people's screen you can see it's like spinning around. Then we have our invisibility. Other people wear invisibility, as you can see in the bottom right. Then we have our no clipping, which we can go around and no clip. And then we have our free cam, which I love this. In any server that has wave or reaper or anything, you could literally spawn vehicles, bro. Look at that. I can spawn vehicles in any server. You can also throw vehicles in literally any server. And then we have our warp. You know, warp is, we can just TP into any vehicle if we want to. And then we have our settings for our HP. We can turn our HP up more if we want to. We can turn our HP up more. We can also turn our armor up more. Then we can set our health, set our armor. And this is a really good part. We can start our solo session so we disappear from everybody else. You can use this in any server if you want to. Then we can teleport to waypoint. So if I click on the waypoint and then teleport to the waypoint, it'll teleport me to there instant. Then we have our playlist. We can look around people that's biased, and if we click onto him, we can add him as a friend. So anytime that we're using like aimbot or something, it won't lock onto them, and you know, you won't log into your friend automatically and shit. But I'm gonna click remove friend. Then we have our researchers tab. You can scan for anti-cheats, which this server has no anti-cheats, but if you're in a server that has anti-cheat, you can click scan and then it'll show a server with anti-cheat. We have all our resources right here. We can stop all resources. Then we have our visual tab, which is our ESP tab. This will automatically be loaded on as soon as you load into a FiveM server. As our available check, we have our use friend colors. We have our max distance, so we can make it like farther so we can see more people. Then we have our Norg locals, our Norg NPCs. Then we have our textiles. We could change it if we want to. Pretty sure, yeah, it looks. You can't really notice it, to be honest. Yeah, you really can't notice it. Then we have our box tab, our skeleton tab. So if we turn all these off, you can see it just says his username. Turn these back on, see the box and the skeleton on a person. Then we have our sharp snap lines. We can also customize it and change the color of all of these things, by the way. Then we have our hats. I don't know why they added that in. Like, who really cares about that? But like, fuck it, bro. Then we have our information. We can change if we don't want to show their name and stuff. Turn that off. We can show their weapon, the distance, how far they are, which I don't know if it shows it. Oh, if I have it on, see the distance where it says like 4 meters. We have our health bar, and we can see how much health they are, and armor bar. We can also change the colors of all these too. Change the position of them also. Then we have our vehicles tab. We can see vehicle ESP. If there's vehicles biased, then it shows all the ESP of it. We have our names, our box ESP, our distance, our max distance to see other, like how far cars are. We have our name colors, our marker colors, and our distant colors. We can change the colors of these, by the way, which is really useful if you want to use vehicle ESP. You're like far out and you need to see our car and like take it or something. Then we have our miss channel where we can show our keybind list, which is like basically keybind list is like, for example, for like no clipping and stuff, if we set keybinds for those. Then we have our watermark, which is really useful. You can see my FPS in the top and my name in the time. Then we have our radar tab, which we can see people that's around us. And yo, this is like probably the best radar tab I've ever seen in my life. Generally, not gonna lie, this is like so cool to me. I don't know why, bro. We have our override FOD. Oh my god, I love this part too. We can change our FOV without having like a wide monitor or something. It actually looks crazy too. Then we have our miss tabs where we can search for vehicles. I think we can search for vehicles that are around us and then like select the vehicle and spawn into them. We have our vehicle options. We can customize our car and make it faster, which I recommend putting on boost E. If you're running away from cops and you just spam E, like that's like the most useful thing ever. And vehicle jump. Then we have our easy lane handler, our speed modifier, and our turbo. If we click this, we can turn this up more. Our transmission, our turbo, engine, and our brakes. But you have to be in the vehicle to do this. Then we have our vehicle tab where we can spawn cars in. So if we click on like adder, spawn selected, and then boom, a car just spawned just like that. I don't really know that much car names, but like, yeah, you can spawn any cars that's like in GTA. Then we have our weapon spawner. So if we search up any weapons in here, we can spoof it also. So make sure we don't get banned. Spawn in, equipped it, just like that. Spawn it in on any server without getting banned. I recommend turn on spoof so you don't get banned. Then we have our pair changer. I'm pretty sure if I click on any of these on other people's screen, they can see us as a ped. If I turn into a cat, this guy on his screen, I show up as a cat to him. Then we have our bypasses, so we can block our input so we don't keep shooting and stuff and like scroll through everything without punching and stuff, which I recommend turning on so people don't spectate you. Like if you're getting spectated by admins and stuff and they see you like bam clicking and shooting without like, you know, you probably get banned for that. But then we have our chat, which you can actually type in here to like admins and stuff and live people. So if you purchase this right now, you can literally go to this and type to other people in this menu, which is crazy. Then we have our config tags. We can save stuff. So if I make a rage thing, turn the FUV up, like visibility, boom, silent aim, magic bullet, slowest. We can turn on trigger bot, everything. We can literally name it raging aim bot and then save it to the cloud and then use it again as soon as we load into another server. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this product in the link in the description, and peace.